Have you ever looked at your bank statements and you are like, wow, this reflects who I truly am? I'm not surprised. In most cases, this happens. And why is it? Because the manner in which you spend your money shows who you truly are or what you value. Let's take the example of a food critic. It's not going to be a shock when you see the bank statement of a food critic and you see that he spent a lot of his money or majority of his income on fine dining, ordering food from restaurants, eating out, and things like that. People always say that there is no right way or wrong way of spending your money, and I truly agree. This might be shocking to you because you are like, as a finance coach, you agree with this. Yes, I agree, but I'm going to tell you in what light, and I'm going to tell you why this might be partially wrong. So there is no right way to spend your money and there is no wrong way to spend your money. Like I said, the way you spend your money shows what you value. For someone that is promiscuous or that is very flirty, you see such people end up spending a lot of their money trying to impress, especially if it's a guy, trying to impress ladies, buying stuff for ladies, or in case of something very, very deep for someone that is very promiscuous, he might end up spending a lot of his money, trying to cover his secret. People threatening him, okay, we'll reveal your secret, you've been doing this, we have your videos, and please, he's trying to cover it that, okay, please don't reveal my secrets. No, I don't want this out. You see, if you are also someone that tries to impress a lot, you spend a lot on trying to look rich when you are not. For someone who is, I'm still trying to give examples. For someone who is a car lover and loves cars, even if his finances is tight or his finances are tight and he has just one car, you see such a person spend a lot on car accessories, making the interior of his car look beautiful and things like that. So when you have a value or a goal, we cannot say your value is right or your value is wrong. What makes it impossible for someone to say the way you are spending money is right or the way you are spending money is wrong is that you are spending money on things that matters to you. And that's why when you are trying to buy food and your friend is like, oh, I'm not buying food, I want to save. You can't judge your friend by saying, oh, you are supposed to eat, why are you talking about savings now? Only the living can save. No, his priority at that moment is saving and he's choosing that first. Your own priority at that moment is feeding and being okay. So nobody can judge you for that. That's why people always say there is no right way or there is no wrong way of spending money. But where is the balance now? There can be a wrong way of spending your money when your value and your priority are not in alignment. So take for example, for the person I said he just wants to enjoy himself, flirt with ladies, and is satisfied. So if he end up spending his money on a lot of ladies, as long as he's satisfied that he has achieved his goal, that's right spending for him. Nobody's to judge if his values are right or what he stands for is right or wrong. But when your value is not aligning with your priority, and I'll give an example for this. You are someone that value family time. You love your family, you cherish your family, and that's what you stand for. You stand for family. You want to put family first. So for someone like that, you see them trying to save for their children's education, trying to save to make sure that their family live a better life, right? But in a kind of scenario where even when that is his value, even when that is his goal, you still see him trying to make an impression or going into debt just because he wants to get a particular building or he wants to hang out with friends every Friday. His priority is now misaligning with his values. And I will explain this. People always think that because priorities are usually immediate, it's something that has to do with, oh, I want to make this choice right now, and you choose that thing first. It's not in all time that your value will align with your priority. Take for example, I might have set a goal that, oh, I want to build a massive mansion this year, and for the meantime my priority now is eating. So those ones are still very understandable, but I'm talking of when every time, every day, all year long, your priority is misaligning with your value, is misaligning with the goal that you set. You should probably look into this. Sometimes people even have the right value, but because of the inability to say no to people when people come, oh, please, can you give me this money? Inability to want to stay true to yourself. Sometimes social pressure, wanting to belong, wanting to make yourself look like you are in a social class that you are not. Those things make your priorities different from your value. So it means that as a married man, if you value family time and you value your family, you want to give them the best life, but for some reason you always find yourself hanging out with friends every Friday, even when you don't have the money, and because of this you are unable to pay, your children's school fees. It means at that time you are making your priority your friends, or you are making your priority hanging out with friends. So when your values are now misaligning with your goals, this is where we can say wrong spending. So what are the things that I would advise? Before you spend your money, always ask yourself the question, I know that this decision I'm making now is a priority for me, and that's why I'm making this particular decision. I'm buying food now because this is priority for me for now. It may not be in line with my value, which eating is even a different example, because that one is basic. So your budget is always supposed to be a balance of values and priorities. You can have some priorities. You must eat. Man has to eat. Man has to do a lot of things. They are priorities. But when you see your priorities totally in misalignment with your values, you should ask yourself, do you really want to do this? Is this the right spending or the wrong spending? Then trace your steps backward. You should also know what your core values are. Some people don't even have what they stand for. Some people don't even have what they represent. Some people don't even have what they are planning to achieve in the long run. So always know. Let me say that this is the important part of this video, and this is the lesson that you are taking out of this video. Always know that your priorities, the decisions you make today, the decisions that you make now, they determine whether or not you are going to achieve your goals. Most of the time, your priorities may not align with your goals, but you have to make sure that it is not, so you understand that you are taking it from you are making a conscious choice to make this your priority for now, right? And review and adjust your budget regularly. Let your budget reflect who you are. Let your budget reflect your value. Also, set the right value. It is when you don't set the right value that people see your spending, even though to you it looks right, and then they say, oh no, you are not doing it right, you are not playing your finance games right. Know your values, stick to your values, and make sure that your priorities, the decisions, the financial decisions you are making now align with what you aim to achieve in the long run. I hope this video was helpful and insightful for you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and you can hit the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you can be one of the first people to hop on it.